Hey peeps, I'm Iffy with the 144 energy. Just been guided by Spirit to pick up the Mystic Medleys cartoon Oracle Tarot card deck. Yeah, very funny, Spirit. Spirit's having a bit of a giggle about that at the moment, Oracle. Anyway, guided me to pick up this tarot deck and bring the collective of peeps a bit of a reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and you know, because it is a collective read, so it's not like a personal one-on-one reading per se. However, there will be things that will resonate, things that you might not resonate with at the time, and it's also a timeless reading, so if it shows up randomly in front of you, then there's more than likely something Spirit needs to get a message across to you in one way, shape or form, and on one of those methods apparently. Okay, but for those of you who are already in my collective of peeps, you know what time it is. Spirit says get your tea and get your snacks. It's going to be a quick reading. It's always a good reading. An informative reading is what I'm hearing. Okay. Come through, please, Spirit. Alright, let's give it another quick mix shuffle. Alright, first card off the ranks. Fool. There's someone that you know, someone that's been in your energy or is currently in your energy, but someone you know of is in foolish is not being guided by the Most High. They're not guided by their inner intuition. They're misguided. Thank you. Spirit's like, yeah, just give me the word. They're a misguided fool. Spirit says they've played a game and they've lost. They're a misguided fool. Tell me more, please, Spirit. More about this misguided fool. You're a star in the reverse. They sold their soul. You know, 222 on the clock. So yeah, they sold their soul. Tell me more. Misguided fools sold their soul. Two of Swords. You didn't know it at the time. You may have walked away from this person, but you didn't know it at the time. Okay, this person sold their soul. They chose the dark side. Yeah, the moods, the energy, it's hard to describe the energy at the moment. Like, I thought this was going to be a really awesome read. Spirit's like, yeah, pick up this deck. Yeah, no fucking worries. No wonder why I was guided to light my sage. You're walking away from this person, or you've already walked away, but you didn't know that they'd actually sold their soul. They were a misguided fool. Okay, this person is a misguided fool, is an emperor in the reverse, so they've made a really, really bad decision. They were playing with things that they shouldn't have been playing with. That's heavy Aries energy there. Here's one I can say. Flippy gender roles, this could be a male or a female that you know of. Like, that's what I mean by when I say in your energy, it's like someone that you know of. The Spirit's telling me, I'm just going to flip it in the upright for a minute just to make it clear, because these are a small deck. I have to try and see if I can find it in a bigger deck. But Spirit says, see here, look at the crystal bowl. It's like that they could see into your future somehow. So they've been doing it with negative forces, so they like to sit around and project themselves as something that they're not. This Emperor in the reverse portrays themselves as something that they're not. They take credit for things that they haven't actually done themselves. They're very deceptive and very conniving and cunning, is what Spirit is telling me. But yeah, you didn't know it, but they'd been looking into you, but they'd sold their soul, and they didn't realise what a foolish move it was. Okay. I didn't realise what a foolish move it was. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Knight of Swords. In the reverse. Yeah, they tried to keep this information from you. They tried to stop you from finding out. It took a long while for you to work this out. Like, swords, the Knight of Swords in the upright is like information coming in quick. Like the truth, knowledge, not learning, but information and truth. And Knight of Swords is quick, but in the reverse, this information, it took a long time for you to realise, to come to this conclusion. You may only just be coming to this realisation now, like with this reading. Like, Spirit, the universe, whatever you resonate with, Most High, Creator, Source, will bring to you messages, synchronicities and whatnot, trying to get it through to you in one way, shape or form. Okay, you just need to be open to the concept and pay attention. Okay, King of Cups in the upright. So this star in the reverse. The star in the reverse, this emperor who sold their soul, foolishly sold their soul, and you didn't know it at the time, this emperor in the reverse, was hiding from you all this and was trying to project at you that they were like a King of Cups, like that they were loving and trying. It was all a facade. You can kind of see this. They were projecting, but looking into you, always constantly watching to see what you were doing, and it was almost like they were encompassing your energy. Watching you, they had a massive eye on you. But yeah, they were trying to project themselves as a King of Cups, this Emperor in the reverse. Okay, they were trying to disguise themselves. That's the information that, the illusion that they were casting, the image they were projecting themselves, they kept themselves well masked. Well, and this could be like via social media and shit like that. It's the way that they're attempting to project themselves, but you're starting to see things that they're not a King of Cups, that they are an actual Emperor in the reverse, that they can't manage their money, they can't manage anything, they don't like to roll up their sleeves and do anything. Very egotistic, self-absorbed. But yeah, like Spirit says, they've been looking into you. Like, I don't know if they've been getting someone to look into you, but they like to think that they command something. They could be part of a group or something. See that staff there in his hand? This could be a female or a male. Like, don't forget to flip your gender roles. Okay, peeps? Wow. Alright. Tell us more, please, Spirit. So, we didn't know it at the time. Yeah, Spirit's saying it took a long time for you to come to this conclusion. Maybe you are just coming to it now. It's been a long time coming. Okay. 2 years? 2+ years, maybe? But Spirit says, don't worry, like, I'm just going to put in the upright for a minute, like, it just told me to look at the angel wings, like, you have been protected, so, like, if the penny's just dropping to you right now and you're having this massive epiphany in regards to this Emperor in reverse, just know that Spirit's saying there was more shit going on in the background, and just know that some things had to be put in front of you like that to see how far that they were really, truly willing to take things, actions have to be taken for consequences, for karma to be activated. And it's not consequences or punishment, it's just consequence of your actions. You put out good in the world, you'll get good back. So anyway, back to this. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, they were very financially unstable. It's falling under the Emperor in reverse. So 4 of Pentacles in the upright, like you're emotionally stable. You've got your feet firmly on your money. You've got some in your hand, and you've also got some behind your head for a rainy day, so to speak. Like you've got, you know what to do with your money. This is in the reverse. So yeah, this Emperor in the reverse definitely did not know how to manage money and create. They lost a lot of money. Foolishly. I think they come to the realisation that their soul, because they sold their soul, remember, they've got the star in the reverse. I think they come to the realisation that they sold it for, your soul is priceless, never ever ever sell your soul. I think they've come to that realisation, peeps, is what Spirit is saying. My ears are ringing hardcore. Let me know if this is resonating in the comments. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They were trying to keep something from you in regards to it's either a spiritual abundance that you have. So this is something, your energy. So you still haven't come out as an archetype yet, peeps. But pretty much this is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So it can mean that you are spiritually independent, like you've got spiritual gifts, like an abundance of spiritual gifts, or you're going to be abundant, like physically abundant in this physical realm. But you didn't know. Nine of Swords. This is what they were looking into. This is what this Emperor in the reverse was looking into. So they'd looked into it and they'd kept it from you. That they knew that you had this incoming independence, abundant. Abundant independence is what Spirit is saying. Thank you. What a tongue twister that is, Spirit. Okay. Five of Wands. In the upright. Yeah, they're pissed off that they sold their soul. This King of Cups, his fate is the King of Cups, so it's falling under that. So the plan to project themselves as a King of Cups hasn't worked, and it's like they're fighting with themselves. They're fighting with the people around them. So there may have been people involved in this plan, or other entities involved in this plan. But yeah, they sold their soul. It hasn't worked out, and they're going through it like they're going to war with each other. They're arguing amongst themselves, probably arguing with themselves. If you sold your soul, you're guaranteed to have some sort of evil entity attached to you. So they're fighting with them. They're trying to fight with themselves. That one just flicked out. Two of Wands in the reverse. But you don't know. But you might be called to move, to get up and move. Maybe you haven't moved yet, but you're going to be called to move. You need to start planning. Okay, Spirit saying, once you come to this realisation of what's been going on, and you decide to leave this person, this Emperor in the reverse, that's in foolish energy, because you haven't seen what's been going on, once you make that decision, you're going to more than likely want to get up and move away from them. Well, Spirit is telling you need to move away from this person. Get them out of your energy. Make a plan. You hold the world, your own world, in your own hands. Okay? You shape your own reality. You manifest and create your own reality. You know, so we decide what we do and don't put up with, you know, behaviours and whatnot in situations. So you can manifest yourself out of this situation, peeps. Okay? Four of Pentacles. Tell me more about this Emperor that's financially fudged. Queen of Wands. So they've been trying to cast they were just casting magic your way. They can't create, so this is you. So they were tapping into your energy, so they could see how well you manifest. This is finally, thank you, Spirit. So we've got the collectives. This is your energy, peeps. Okay, so you are in manifestation mode. You may not realise it, but you create a free will, and you don't realise how well you've unlocked the art of manifesting. You know, you may be someone who writes things down. You have a to-do list. You may have a vision board. Whatever you use, but yeah, you don't realise it, but you create at will. You're just a natural creator, and you do it for the grace, the good, and harm to none. You may have a cat. Spirit saying you may have a cat, or you may come across a cat as a synchronicity. But you are the Queen of Wands. But yeah, it's time for you to start planning. Like, have a think, go and meditate, like 5-10 minutes, whatever a day. Go for a walk in nature, whatever. But go and have a think, and you'll work this out. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, they're definitely trying to steal your abundance. Someone came in swiftly. You know, they may have borrowed money even off you. Nine Spirit saying add the Knight plus the 9. It's 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so this person, this Knight of Pentacles, you may have lent someone some money and they've took off because it's facing away. They tried to leave you financially fudged because it's the 9 of Pentacles plus the 1, which would make the 10. So, but they tried to, but if it's in the upright, you're somehow balancing yourself out through that, and you're going to prosper from that lesson. Okay, so just be forewarned. If this hasn't already happened, someone's going to come in and try and borrow money from you. Spirit saying don't lend them any money. It's just going to be a karmic cycle you haven't quite learned from. Okay, they're not going to pay it back. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're working hard. You're going to start working hard. You might already be working hard on creating something. You may already be planning all this, you know. You may be already cottoning onto it. But you're working on something at the moment and you're really mastering the craft. Okay, you're mastering the craft and it's going to be bringing you in success. So the 8 of Pentacles is working on something, mastering it. So not just manifesting and watching it grow, you know, not just watching it, you know, but watering it and giving it all your care and attention and TLC. This is actually an 8 of Pentacles. You mastered something, and it's going to start bringing you in the money. You know, it's probably already started to. Spirit's saying it may have already started to bring you in the money, and like it may have only brought you in 1 coin, but it's a start. So these ones are still all incoming. Just keep creating. Spirit's just saying keep creating. Keep chipping away at whatever you're creating. Okay, but this is something you're creating with your hands. Oh, that just fell off there. Thanks, Spirit. Hang on. The Knight of Pentacles just fell off the table. Literally. Tell me more, please, Spirit. About this planning to move after not seeing things for what they were. You will start to see things. Judgment. So once you start seeing things for what they truly are, judgment will start taking place. But until you're out from this illusion and this way of thinking, none of this can really come into play. This illusion is going to keep playing out. Okay? Spirit's saying you need to wake up. Wake up. Judgment can't be called until you wake up and leave this situation lovingly and peacefully behind. Yeah, they've been trying to stop your spiritual gifts, I'm going to say it. It's in the Hermit in the reverse. It's falling underneath the Queen of Wands. They're trying to stop you from manifesting because they know you can create something. You've got a gift or a talent. Spiritually, you may be a reader, you may get intuitive downloads. You use psychic in some way, shape or form is what I'm guessing, because it's just the energy I'm getting. They've tried to stop your spirituality. This Emperor in the reverse is tried to stop your spirituality, and that's why judgment is being called. But you're on the right side of judgment. Stay on the right side. Okay, stay on the good side in this battle. Okay, just keep mastering your craft. Okay, keep mastering your craft. And if this Knight of Pentacles hasn't come in to try and borrow money, pay attention. You're going to be showing signs. It's going to be a red flag. Okay. It could be coming in like a grey or a black vehicle or something. I'm just looking at the horse, like you know, there could be, that's the vessel this knight's using, you know, but just be mindful. They're going to try and put you in a state of lack. Okay. But this Emperor is all about your spiritual gifts. You've got some sort of talent there, peeps. And it's a genuine talent. It's not Google crafted or anything like that. Not ritualised, nothing like that. It's a natural talent. Okay, the first one to come out with 6 of Swords. Yeah, this Knight of Pentacles is going through it right now, 6 of Swords. This is what falls on the Knight of Pentacles. So they're not going through calm waters at the moment. Things are not so smooth sailing. They may have to pack up and move. Maybe they're going to try and come back towards you and knock on your door. And this is why they're so broke, you know. Maybe they need a place to stay. Spirit's saying, and this one flipped out as well, Two of Cups in reverse. They're not for you. They're not loving. They're emotionally empty, and it's a misguided connection. You need to keep away from it. Okay, see how it's not. You need to move away from this energy. Okay, keep away from this energy. So there is a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse that's going to come back in, because they're not going through it. They're not going through calm waters. They're going through tough times, and it's because of the energy they've put out into the universe. The energy they've projected onto you. You know, trying to put you in this state of lack. How they connected to this Emperor, though, I've got no idea, Spirit. How they connected. Because it's two separate. Someone's sad. So I think this Knight of Pentacles or this Emperor, they're sad. That something didn't work. They tried to put you in this energy. Okay, they wanted you to be a sad squirrel. This is like the bonus card in this deck. One of the bonus cards, you've got Happy Squirrel and Sad Squirrel. But yeah, they're upset because you're not upset. Judgment was called, and it wasn't on you, because that's falling on the Judgment card as well. So they're pissy because Judgment was called and it wasn't called on you. Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, Spirit tried to show this Empress. This is falling on the Emperor in reverse. Spirit tried to show them, give them the cup. They just didn't want to pay attention. Like, it was put right under their noses, you know. Or maybe they did pay attention and they just chose. No, Spirit's saying they saw the message, they just chose to ignore it. They thought that they were more powerful. Spirit's saying they saw the message, they thought they were more powerful. And now they're a sad squirrel for it. It didn't work out and they're going through it. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, they're feeling that this Knight of Pentacles is going through it, not going through calm waters. They're also, the give and take in their life is now, they're off balance. They're taking from you and giving to someone else. So whatever they took from you, and they gave to someone else. So that was the catalyst to start their learning journey about what they're putting out into the world. Okay, so they're really not balanced at the moment. They're really not balanced. The Three of Wands. Yeah, they had no love for you, but they don't want you to move. They don't want you to go away, but they can't see where you're going either. See, it's putting you upright. See how they're trying to look to see where you're sailing onto? So they want to try and follow you. They can't. They can't come with you into this next stage. So once you make the choice to move, because you will be making that choice, you have to start planning. You haven't started yet, you know. If you have, it hasn't quite happened, you know. So you may be like weeks away from moving or whatever, but they're going to try and tag along with you, and they can't. You can't take people along with you like that along for the journey, you know. Your journey's yours, and they've got to take their own journey, peeps, you know. It's just how some things work. Five of Pentacles, yeah, they want to come with you. They're going through it right now, so they're financially broke. You know, they're wearing rags and whatnot, patching themselves up, but they're also going through it. You know, they may be injured or ill, you know, they may be going through illnesses or whatnot, but they're going through it. Ten of Swords in the reverse, in the upright. It's falling under the Emperor. They're going through it. This Emperor, at the beginning, main character. He thinks he's the main character. The Ten of Swords in the upright. So they've stuck the knife in your back like 10 times, and it's like now they've copped out. This is what they've copped. They've got back what the energy they've put out into the universe, okay? So it's all gone back. But yeah, you closed out this cycle. So regarding this Knight of Pentacles, and this Emperor, you've closed out all cycles, you know. You closed out chapters and you're ready to embark on something new. You got your eyes wide open. This could be resonating with a Leo, Taurus, an Aquarius or a Scorpio. Could be someone in your storyline. But yeah, your eyes have been opened. You know how to create and manifest for yourself now. And you will be on top of the world. You know, things will start going in your favour. You know, after going through all these Three of Pentacles. You're going to be teaching others. So here it's in the upright. So you've got the one with the knowledge and wisdom. You know, and this is also falling under the same row with working on something. So you're going to be showing others the way. You're going to be teaching others about this craft. Okay? So there's you on the stand teaching, and you've got others like taking notes, paying attention. You know, they're being guided, and this is what's going to assist with bringing in these pentacles, okay? But you're going to be teaching others. It's part of your story, peeps. Okay, so what you're learning or what you're going through, what you're learning to craft, and you're mastering this art, this craft, whatever you're creating with your hands, with your mind, you're going to be showing, yeah, you've got the tools in this one again. So you've got the tools in the hands and you're teaching others. Okay. Geez, I'm dribbling shit. Yeah, sorry, Spirit. Spirit's like, hurry up, I'm tied up. Happy Squirrel. Yeah, they're going through it. They're not happy. You can't see how happy your future is going to be, the incoming abundance. You're going to be like the squirrel happy holding the acorn. You got Spirit behind you, Most High, Creator Source, the sun, so happy, nature around you, so get outside, get in nature, you know, but this is incoming for you. But yeah, they're not happy. They're not happy that this is coming in for you. They wanted you in sad squirrel mode, and you're being guided, okay? So just trust your inner intuition, peeps. 27:27 on the clock as I say that. 27:27. Trust your inner intuition, because you're going to be bringing in the pennies. So you're working on something that is going to be bringing you in the coins and success. And it's going to bring you financial stability. So you may resonate with wanting to have a garden or something like that. But you're going to have... The Spirit's just guided me to have a look at that. You're going to be moving to new lands. So you're going to be moving, okay? You're going to be doing smart with this wealth. Whatever you're creating, you're very smart with it. You're very planned in a good way. You know how to handle your financial wealth. It's a good idea. You're holding this idea in your hands. So you can be a male or a female as the Queen of Wands. Like flip your gender roles when you need. Remember, peeps. Bottom of the deck energy, always in the upright. Okay. You're going to have someone coming in trying to give you an offer of love. Alright. There's the Knight of Cups. It's not your level of love. You're a Queen of Pentacles. You're a... Where else did you come out? You came out as well as a Queen of... So you're a Queen. You're... Knight of Pentacles is beneath you. Okay, peeps. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it at that. Because they're going to try and like confuse you, put you off balance. And it's someone that's not got good intentions. They're a magician in the reverse, okay? That's all you need to know. Just be mindful of this Knight of Cups. Wants to come in offering you from their cup. They haven't got much to give. I'm FBG with the 144 energy. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates. Like, please. Okay, enjoy your day, peeps. Peace, love and light.